Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight, we're going to discuss some aspects of vibe coding that will affect your pocketbook. Specifically, we're going to talk about the cost of vibe coding. So, what I did for tonight's breakdown was I went into Antigravity and Cursor, and I did a recreation of my website's homepage in Antigravity and Cursor, and I break down the costs. So let's start in Antigravity. There's two models that I did in Antigravity. The first was Gemini 3.0, and the second was Claude Opus. And so let's take a look at that. So the first thing I want to do is show you my existing website, right? So here it is, nice and clean. I did this in V0, which I highly recommend. It's a product by Versailles. It's really refined. I think it does the best job as far as building websites go. But there may be times that you just want to do a soft edit to your existing website, and you can do that in something like Cursor or Antigravity. So, but the first thing you would need is a local copy to test on. So let's look into Antigravity, and we'll open this up. And this is a model I was working on here. Okay. And now one neat thing that it can do is what I enjoy having it do is say, check the quality. Let's see, check the quality with the automated browser. Okay. And let me show you what this is going to do. It's going to go out there and it's going to run itself on localhost, put a blue bar around it, and it will, let me scroll this over for you so you can see this. Here it is. It's checking the quality right there. And ironically, I just ran out of tokens on my Claude. So right now what it's doing is it's actually checking the quality of its work. Okay. And this is the answer. This is what it did in Opus, by the way. And we're going to get to that in a little bit, and I'll show you some of the costs. And so that blue bar represented that it was testing it. Now that's an extension that you can download into your Chrome that I did there. And let's get into these, and I will show you what all these look like. First one, let's take a look at is my original site. So here we go. There we go. That again was done in V0, right? Nice and clean. I like it. It's a modern touch. Okay, now let's take a look at the first one, which was Gemini 3. Okay, and it had some troubles, right? Now, this is included, so it didn't get the pictures. It just got text, right? I would have delved deeper into it, and I actually ran out of tokens. So I got to sit on the sidelines for a day. So I couldn't tweak it that much. So that's just running on localhost 3000. So that's the first time I've ran out of tokens in Gemini. I just have the $16 a month package just that comes with Workspace. So I might have to be looking at an upgrade to Ultra. And then the second one that I did on Gemini's Antigravity was I did the Opus 4.5 model. And let me show you this one. So here we go for the Opus 4.5. Okay. And this one's not bad. This one's a little closer, right? We're getting there. The font's off, the picture size is off, but overall, I'm sure you could banter back and forth with it, get a little closer, right? But this also, Opus 4.5, came with my Gemini subscription. So I did just run out of Gemini Opus 4.5 tokens. I just got alerted to that. So, you know, comparatively speaking, it's not exactly, you know, comparable to my website yet. But now the next one I thought was the best. Surprise, it's Cursor. But the model is what surprised me. It was the default model, which was the auto. And so take a look at this one. This of everything I thought was the closest. Take a look at this. So you've got, you know, the font's pretty close. The size of this was a little off, but not terrible, right? Just need to go back and banter back and forth a little bit with it and just have it change that. But down here, This was great. Look at that. And this was the automatic, right? Which is probably their own model, is what I'm guessing, because they're certainly not using Opus or ChatGPT 5.2. Now, here's their version of Opus, which you'd think would be pretty close to the Gemini, but I think it's actually it was better than the Gemini version, than the Google version. So that one was pretty close as well. But what's crazy is the cheaper version worked. The Cursor. This is the cheapest version that Cursor runs. And it's pretty much dead on, right? You can go out there and do a screen scrape. It just about nailed it. And I think we could even get it closer. Now, this one surprised me a little bit. I ran the last model with 5.2, and it probably took me the longest. And I was going back and forth with the model on the agent. And this is what I ended up with. Nothing except the fave icon. That's all it could do for 5.2. ChatGPT, the GPT 5.2. This was it. I went back and forth with it. I finally, after half an hour, I was like, I'm going to shoot this video. It doesn't matter. I'm going to show them my fave icon. That's it. So this wasn't the most expensive. This was the most expensive. Let me go to that cost breakdown for you, and I'll show you here real quick how much the model costs. And right here's the breakdown of the costs that I did today. You can see here's the 5.2 model. This was the second most expensive. Now keep in mind my anti-gravity, all that came with it for the $16 a month, probably why I'm out of tokens. I probably need to upgrade that to Ultra. Now the most expensive was actually the second best, right? Which was the Claude 4.5 Opus model, the high thinking model. And you can see here, what did I spend on tokens? Just looks like a little under $3.50. So $3.50 for a web page. Now my cheapest was the best. This is what really shocked me, right? You had the high quality one was $10.46, 66 cents for a beautiful screen scrape, almost identical, and that I really could have utilized and done a screen scrape, made some changes. It's a nice to have a local backup, whatever I wanted to do with it, right? This is a good deal. 67 cents or 66 cents here. Let's take a look at that one again. It was this one. This was the clear winner, the auto, right? So here's the original again. And this is the winner right there. That's the closest. And once again, here's the cost. So 66 cents is the clear winner. But so I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys want to see next. Okay. I'm going to be doing Cursor and anti-gravity stuff all week. I'm probably going to have to upgrade my anti-gravity to the Ultra version. By the way, this is the first time I've actually ran out of tokens on Gemini on the anti-gravity. I've been doing a lot of stuff with it. I haven't come close to running out of tokens until tonight. So it basically puts you in timeout for like a day on those. So anyhow, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Let me know in the comments below what you guys would like to see in the future. All right. If you got any questions, put it in the comments below. I will try my best to answer them. Later this week, I'll be doing some lives on Cursor. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like and follow down below. Thank you and have a good night. Bye-bye.